Today is the well-earned rest day of the Dakar Rally, but I am here to talk about Stage 6 yesterday that was cancelled due to the poor conditions of the terrain. This topic has been flaring discussions all over the internet. Some people think that, well, it's necessary for safety's sake. Some others think that a difficult track should be no reason to cancel a stage. Well, thanks to my spies in Saudi Arabia, I have a little bit of insight about this subject, so let's talk about it. Hello adventurers, my name is Diogo Guerra and this is Off-Road-Off-Course. This is what happened. On Stage 5, 2 days ago, the cars, the trucks and the SSVs did this northern track right here, while the motorcycles and the quads did the southern track. Next day, for Stage 6, they switched places. The bikes went north, the cars came south. What happened is that all those heavy vehicles riding the north track left the terrain all broken, filled with ruts, rocks, all messed up with lots of dangers and difficulties that obviously were not written down on the roadbook. So, after riding for about 100 kilometers, the front riders contacted the organization and said that it was too unsafe to proceed riding at high speeds on those kinds of tracks, all messed up, it was too unsafe. They asked for the cancellation of the stage, and the organization agreed. From my perspective of an old Dakar fan, I think this decision was a bit detrimental to the legend of the Dakar, and I think it was a missed opportunity to give another chance to the riders outside the top 20, and maybe even to steer up the rankings a little bit. But of course, safety first, blah blah blah, I understand and I respect that. But, as usual, these kind of problems have more than meets the eye. Pedro Bianchi Prata, one of the Portuguese riders who was actually against the cancellation of the stage, opened up and shared a bit of insight about this subject. He said that one of the problems of riding on the back of the line is that you usually stop following the roadbook and start relying on the trails that the first riders left on the track. And these trails most times are shortcuts, they are not the real track of the race. The top riders will try to shortcut whenever they can, but because they are opening the track, they have to keep an eye on the roadbook. And although they are not on the correct track all the time, they can still benefit from the many warnings and dangers that are indicated on it. And well, the problem this creates for everyone else behind them is that everyone else will be riding on beaten tracks that are way more irregular and dangerous than the ones predicted on the roadbook. And they will have new dangers like rocks and ruts and whatever that the faster riders created. What happened yesterday is that even the top 20 riders were facing this challenge. They were riding on trails created by other vehicles, which was even worse because we are talking about trucks and cars, which are heavier, so they destroy the trail even more, and that kind of brought them out of their comfort zone, if there's even such thing in the Dakar, and so they request the cancellation of the stage. I understand the dangers, of course, and it would be a tragedy if someone got hurt or worse. But on the other hand, what happened to the top riders yesterday is what happens every single day to everyone else. And since this is the Dakar, not the MotoGP, I think that adapting the speed and the caution to the conditions of the terrain should be part of it. If it's unsafe to go that fast, then go a bit slower, like everyone else. But maybe there were other factors at play. Maybe, again, they didn't have enough support vehicles to help all the riders in need. Or maybe the conditions of the terrain were much worse than we think. Nevertheless, as a bigger fan of adventure than I am a fan of enduro, I would like to see new challenges, I would like to see the riders use different skills, and even I would like to see some changes on the overall rankings. In the end, we must respect the organization's decision, because they are the ones with all the responsibility. And I think they have been doing a great job keeping the Dakar updated and increasingly safe throughout the years. But I would really love to read your opinions, so please write down on the comment section what you think about this situation. Well, and now I'm done. Please don't forget to like, to subscribe, to hit the thingy and to share. Share this video with one of those friends who has a really strong opinion about this topic, and maybe we will set the comment section on fire. See you next week, and happy rides!